all the stenosis, and I think this is part 7 of RE9 Requiem, and we're killing lickers, so we're doing a lot of using Molotovs and stuff that, right? Because the Molotov combination is so good. Like normally you're meant to use acid here and you're meant to be so scared, but it's just that, if you have a handgun, like if you have set up ammo or whatever, and stuff that, or used less in other sections, then, we technically don't need a makeshift knife, so we can just make scrap out of makeshift knives, stuff that rather instead. Right. I'm going here. And these guys will eventually break out here, and these won't open yet. Right, because that's not even the location for that. Or that is the location for that, but it will open eventually. First interact with that to see that it's someone who did cocky video, which is important. You can see none of these are red yet, which means that you cannot quote-unquote break them loose. Well, when they become red, you can see you can shoot them and nothing happens. However, what you're meant to do is you're meant to run down here into this sneaky room with a flashy guy in it. You shoot him a little bit extra for good measure. Get some delicious blood. And there's the first boss, a bottle of acid. And a bottle of acid, quote-unquote, insta-kills the lickers. A bottle of acid, we make a Molotov. You could also make that to step down to kill the corpses. Obviously, so you can make his head explode with that, because we take the dump control. And I wish I had dump controls. And I shit and fart everywhere. And we can get handgun ammo here, but now let's skip out on the handgun ammo here. I think this would be a place actually to put it, by the way, the thing. Right. Not there. Sneaky. Because I feel like this room would just be very obvious where the locations. So it could be a piece of chair. Like someone could be like, oh, I have you as a desk object, stuff that, because that is pretty common, Someone's just gonna be like, oh man, you're my work partner, Hey, Chris is our old pal, Like when someone is using the whiskey voice and then recording like a bunch of people named Chris. And the funny thing is also that there are like people out there that when they ask like and they call Chris, they're like a Resident Evil fan, right? And stuff that, and then it becomes even more fun, and stuff that, right? I mean, it could be up there also as well. No. Let's go sneak. I don't know why I turned the light off, because they can't see anyway. You can see that this gun here is... I said this gun here. This gun here, Freya's Needle, It's fire to position using an design for military motorcycle use allowing signal operators while driving the BSA issue handguard enables customization. So yeah, who is Freya though? Is that one of the team? Because I've always thought that one of the team members are supposed to be Jill Valentine, and it's kept secret and stuff that is actually Jill Valentine and stuff that, right? Because it would make sense, right, that she would want to be part of Chris's unit and stuff that, right? Rather than be like, oh, I'm not going to be out in the field anymore, right? That just feels like a absolute cop out, and stuff that, right? When Chris can be active, But aren't there blood from these now? There aren't always blood from the things. So there was 2 things that broke. There's a 3rd thing that broke. Or I thought right, double check inside. I thought there were more that were gonna break, but apparently not. Right, and this is going to open as well here. No. Interesting. So this does not open on insanity difficulty. Unless it opens when you power it up, but I don't remember that being a thing. That you have to power it up before it opens. I mean, I definitely feel like a raccoon in here would make sense as well. There's a bunch of different places where I feel like a raccoon would make sense. Imagine though if... Oh. First I thought, like, why is there a fucking microwave there? Like, there is gonna be like, oh yeah, we're working on this virus. Pizza. Oh no, we got pizza in the virus. Now we're turning everyone into pizzas. Ugh. You must be the new guy. Pancakes. You must be the new guy. Ass fart. Apocalypse kind of makes sense. Like, is it supposed to be a reference to the Apocalypse movie? Like the actual Resident Evil Apocalypse? Which were great. Like, I didn't like the first Resident Evil movie that much, and stuff that, right? Like, okay, it makes sense, like in the Resident Evil verse and stuff that, but I think Apocalypse was so much better. Huh? There is something there. Can I shoot you from a better angle, though? Oh, that was just her. Why did that look like it was something from one? That definitely looked like it was something from like a long way there. And we're getting so paranoid that it's just going to be like, that it's just going to be super well hidden, right? But I mean, it must have been well hidden now, like otherwise I would have like 100% gotten it on my first like playthrough and stuff that, like, there's no way. Right, is the liquor gonna be here yet, or doesn't that happen until later? Maybe it is later.
Right. Not dead yet.
Store that, increment in. Right, and we store we also store these. Now, said of course, the weird thing for her, by the way, the really weird thing is the fact that, yeah, sure, we can have these guns as well. And, her guns are not upgradable. You can get ripped enough here, like a knife cutting in special units from an infected enemy, which means that technically if you kill enemies with that, you can get way more blood out and stuff that, which is interesting, of course, obviously, but yeah. I know that there is supposed to be a file we read somewhere that quote-unquote gives her all the recipes that you're currently missing. Yeah, there's no liquor here yet. Which is because they come from there. Supposedly. Which is still weird, right? Because there's no... Yeah, There's nothing. There's nothing extra to this key right now. Just died from that. You see, it usually insta dies from that. You know, if we had one more bottle, we could make a med injector, but I don't think we will need to. On her, I think she would be completely fine if we play things smart enough. And that gets Leon to advance, technically.
Be careful. I need to get going too.
And now it lets you take this. Magnetic key.
Nice.
I really like this Apocalypse skin, by the way, because it looks like this is like freaking rough. And I really like the detail with the scarf there and like the backpack and stuff. Because this looks like, oh, this is after an apocalypse, right? You know, this is what you know. And I think the hair is even different. Because the hair looks more like this is like you start on the shower, like I need to go now. You know, before the zombies come and take me. You know. Yeah. And then beep beep boop boop boop. And open. This is one of the places where there are two balls that you will need to stick in. So stick two balls. Two balls goes in.
Threat level red in storage sector. Rebooting AI control center. Noah.
Like the firepower on this and how it's like the sound effect of it as well. Oh, and look, empty bottle. We were speaking about your Molotov cocktail. I'm gonna make a lot of Molotov cocktails, by the way. And this is for you come up with a new recipe. Yeah, that basically gives you all the crafting recipes that you have missed. So rip now from a bottle of acid, and stuff that like everything you have missed here, obviously. And of course, you don't find any of the steroid parts in this part of the thing. You know, this would feel like a room that would have it actually. Because I don't think that I ever took time to actually try and explore this room. I'd like to try to even look at things. Instead, this of course is Wesker. Because as I said, like the Wesker children, if he was indeed a Wesker children and not a Wesker clone, then like all the Wesker children were kept separate. From my understanding, that they wanted them to be able to succeed and not like have to compete against other Wesker children and stuff like that. So they made it so that one Wesker child will go to Raccoon City, and that is Albert Wesker, of course, obviously. So you know. That other guy dead. Could you be in here now? Probably another place though. Let's go over here. I want to see if this section that I think it is, because I want to do the sections in a certain order. Oh, this. Yeah, this section is not fun. We do have one acid, but one acid is not enough. I don't want to waste my Molotovs. Yeah, this section is. Yeah, that section is not fun. You don't need to do it in that order, by the way. We can actually go and use this in another place. And stuff that, so you don't need to do it in that order. There's nothing that forces you to do it in a specific order. Oh. I mean, I feel like they could also hide it like near one of the sofas here, used in one of the spaces. That is obviously getting like created here, like there is space like where you could hide something. And I feel like this would just be such an obvious place to just, just hide something, and stuff that, right? Because, And, right, so you go here where this key relay is here. Right? I'm pretty certain this isn't open now. Or is it now? No. Be careful here though, because I'm pretty certain that pretty certain there's going to be more lickers now. Or maybe I'm wrong. I mean, you don't hear anything, but that doesn't mean that it wouldn't be something. And this one is blue, so it feels like this would be the first one you're meant to do. And you can see how it changed color there. And that was all of it. It just so that frees up space. And now we're in this room. Because I feel like this could be another room where you could easily miss transfusion back. That's 80, that's quite a lot. There's a lot for increments. There's more increment tins. I don't think we don't need more increments though, we do have enough for the rest of the game. I'm pretty certain. Although I forgot if increments carry off, this is the red box which we need. But don't loot that yet, because that will cause things to happen. I think, yeah. It will cause enemies to start appearing and stuff that, and I'd rather not. You just do that, just kill him immediately before he becomes an issue. Right, sadly you cannot get those medical injectors to get more of the steroids and so that. It's a bit weird that you're meant to get all the steroid parts in the hospital and stuff that, but yeah. And of course, if we would have quote unquote used, like I'm guessing, like speedrunners would just focus on making the stabilizers as many as quickly as possible, because the stabilizers make you deal more damage with grace, and I would use to make certain sections, I'm guessing, faster. Right. Alright, maybe also check like. So maybe check high up sometimes, because you never know sometimes, man. I thought maybe that was not open, okay. But I felt like I went over things thorough when I played the game when I went through it the first time and stuff that, right? Like, And then it's gonna feel dumb if the location on it is very, very obvious. By the way, the location on like the thing, if it's just going to be a very, very obvious spot, like, oh, it's right here, something like that, Like, it's just gonna feel bad. Like, if it's like really, really well hidden, then I'm gonna feel like a lot better that, oh, I missed this, oh, that's like very obvious that I missed. Because no one would think about like looking here and stuff like that. Like, you would just not think about it naturally. Like, the only way you would go and check that specific angle would be, you know. That's just what I'm saying, right? You know. Did we get a password yet? No. Animus orb. And where do I have enough molotovs for this? And they burn real easy. Yeah. Barbecued some boss. This the last guy. No. Not the last guy, but you know what I mean. They can be quite quick at times. Because these are supposed to be like the naked zombies and stuff that, right? Okay, get more stuff there. Get ink ribbon. Get ink ribbon. So 2 more inkies. It just gives me something to craft because otherwise we're just swimming in too much of the blood stuff. Because I don't want to hoard and not craft anything and stuff that, you know. You see there what I meant there, which was I wanted to fully be able to like explore the room without having to deal with stuff, you know. Which why that was so important. But I thought already at this point you will have read a file where that has one of the passwords for one of the safes. But I think that would probably have gotten moved. Because that means there is more containers that are broken. Yeah, there are more containers that broke. So many containers broke. And you are not opening. No, you're not. That is, you know, interesting. Very interesting that that's not opening up. I am guessing though that if you know what the password is though, if you have like read it before, you know. I'm guessing you do keep it all at once, you have done insanity once. You won't lose the password during your second run of insanity. Although now there should be a liquor here. We have one more acid. Wait. Resist panel, Alright, it's that one. I was like, huh, why are you called resist? Put the ball in. Beep boop, you put in ball. Put in ball. Okay, how much damage have we taken? We're fine. So let's go in here. Empty bottles. Molotov cocktails. No. Store actually. And we take one out. Molotov cocktail rather than the acid, because Molotov cocktails are more like well-rounded to deal with certain other things. And I didn't put one of those things in. Okay. And as I said, we don't remove file 25, which is the last to store the gate, and then head to the East Office RPD, which is the first save in the RPD we need. So let me go there. You don't have that much left to do, Ace. Come on, man. And it is a bit weird, right, that we are at over 8 hours now. And of course, yes, this would be the infinite derivative for hatches, which would be nice. And stuff that, right, because, and there was nothing else here, yeah. So I'm guessing it has to be somewhere in this section than the raccoon. And this section can be both fun and it can be really, really terrifying, not only because there are lickers here, but this is the area where there's a lot of containers you can open up. And then the problem is, if you try to be too sneaky, then there's going to be a bunch of like because there are regular enemies that you need to kill, but if you kill those enemies with shooting, then the lickers will hear you. And there is a lot of lickers there already on like standard difficulty, so it's going to be even more lickers on insane, you know. Oh, lickers. We do have acid though. I'm allowed to get a double kill here. What I'm hoping happens here is that they stay, and then we used to this. Yeah, because it's just waiting there because, that was absolutely planned. That was 100% planned there. Because that was a really big deal, by the way, because that's a double kill. And that's the 2 that's in that room. There's going to be more than 2 eventually in the room, but that's just a big deal. And we can craft another Molotov. Yeah, so now we have 6 Molotovs. 7 Grease doesn't get boss fights though. I mean, technically she does get 1 boss fight, but I mean, I don't know, right? If does Insanity have like a hidden ending, and stuff that, It's going to be interesting to see. Okay. There was definitely word strategy there. Okay, and this means that we can all combine 2 green herbs. And then green herb plus 30 gives you a med injector. Actually, there's no reason for us not to make med injectors because it's very, very cheap. And med injector is a full heal as opposed to 80-50-0. Wow. You know what? We go back for that immediately because I don't know what it will be. I'm guessing one of the hip pouches has been moved from its like regular case because you will get these last 2 slots here and stuff. That's But yeah, someone's right. It is funny that people are saying that she has so much survival horror to it when you play it on classic, but nah, there's no survival horror at all. Really, because the thing is, if you're good at the game, then you can just be swimming in ammo and stuff like that. And there are ways to also be very ammo efficient because it's a lot about like, yes, you can stun and you can melee enemies, or you can use craft a bunch of knives and use knife enemies to death. And stuff like that, like on Insanity, it's way more dangerous to do, of course, obviously, but on normal and standard, there's no reason to craft bullets when you can get the knives, because there's a lot of knives you can get. So 80-50-0. So 80, 50, and then 0. Molotov cocktail, handgun ammo, and med injectors. Nice. Okay, fine. Let's pick up the handgun ammo over here, maybe then. Because we already have some handgun ammo, so that's why we're picking up this handgun ammo over here as well. So that's just a clean room. Yeah, it's a bit annoying that this actually doesn't open at all. That door there, which is like very, very weird. That why does that not open? You know, stuff that like it's, you know. I'm guessing because that allows you to skip enemies if you do. Still, that leaker hasn't been on the wall yet, by the way, in one section. So that's on like something actually jumping down from something. Oh, that was just a door shutting. That was what I heard. So we have 2 full heals. This still isn't going to be easy. By the way, this is still not going to be easy. Because, yeah, I have no idea how many more it is. I know how many there usually is. But I'm guessing, right, that this is probably a very, very difficult section. Because usually it is recommended this section that you just go back and forward many times. Because there will be regular zombies here as well. Let's open this first. Hopefully there isn't a guy in here. There is. Please, 2 more slots. Want a cocktail, please. Please, where does this put us? I mean,
Wasted.
this is after having the password, right?
Go.
Yes. Is this before we did the station chamber? Yeah.
I wonder if Leon's made it yet.
That was a bit annoying though, and that means that we still need to do that other section. Right, because we still have the acid bottle here, so we haven't done the acid thing yet with the liquors, but that is actually good because it means that we don't lose out on the file even if we die and select continue. You actually get to keep the file, meaning we can open this now before we go there. But yeah, but that location, by the way, so 80, 50, and 0, by the way. So you can use this password if you want to. So that first time you get here, you can just get this immediately. Because that's, of course, very useful. Mobile cocktails, of course, is always useful. And actually, let's go grab the ammo as well here. No, handgun ammo doesn't actually do anything. Alright, it's still called Red Eagle. Made in USA 355 cal. Oh. Handgun hunting ammunition, oh. This looks like it's actually an actual real product that they've taken and changed the name of it. So it's not 9mm. 355. That's interesting, actually. Right, I'm guessing that's interesting if that's what that. Because this still uses handgun ammo. Yeah, dot 355. I'm curious though what the size of that round is, because obviously, right, if it would be 9mm, it would just say 9mm. They wouldn't use some sort of other black word for it, you know. But yeah, and again, the acid is really good against the liquors, but you want a multi-kill with the acid. So yeah, sure, I could make a bunch of acid, but the acid right is really good, like against. Yeah, with exposed tissue, so technically it would be great against those zombies as well. But I feel like the flame area is actually way bigger. The fire that you can do, that area is way bigger. Alright. And I don't want to save here already again. I want to be a bit careful with the saves. You know, stuff that, right? We don't want to go too crazy with it, you know, and stuff that, you know. Because yeah, you know, so you want to like shoot that guy and you want to get caught by their two lickers, but they need to sync up like that, so you kind of need to get grabbed. So now I don't know if technically she can cut off the thing, or if you need a hatchet specifically to cut it off, because I believe the challenge specifically mentions the hatchet. The what is it here? Yeah, you're using the hatchet because it does not say the knife, so the knife can probably not do it. Oh, it's still alive. Actually, that's really bad. That's like the worst possible outcome there. I'm just gonna let it kill us. Oh, that was so fucking bad, man. Yeah, I know that the password is already 8050. I know what the password is. That. Yeah. 38 is the latest save, yeah. Yeah, 38 is the latest save. So 8050. I'm gonna check, does this let us keep the thing if we just load the file? Yeah.
Still have a week. To go.
Actually, let's do this first, because this could go bad. This can go south.
I wonder if Sam's made it yet.
It is better to do this part first here. So we can do it, and then we're gonna be saving after we do the sterilization safe. But I want to make sure. Maybe we just skip those things in there because that has a med injector in it, you know. And that means that we need to be more careful here. Or maybe we don't need to. Actually, maybe we can actually knife that guy in the back, actually. Maybe we can be a sneaky person. Because he won't turn, I don't think. He will just keep on walking. And he will just walk inside. I'm going to loot the green herb. Mix those two together. And that's where that file is that we read. Right, it's better to do this. Yeah, because you don't hear them running. The Molotovs make use the same sound as a baller, which means that it won't aggro them fully. They don't go crazy over it. As you can see. But I want to try and get two lickers together. Now let's go. Let's just kill one molecule here. Oh shit. Please. Yeah, that's worked. Molotov cocktails because we wasted a bit. Let's actually continue and not go save here because I'm not super happy with this progress. But they kill a bunch though. We are 3 lickers down. Please don't. Yeah, there's the zombie inside that thing I can hear. I want to try and explore here though. And hopefully there aren't that many more zombies here. Because if we can explore and if we can get the eating items here, then we're pretty much fine. Oh, there's the guy over there. We haven't got him yet though. It is scrap and equipment tins. Empty bottle. Because with an empty bottle we could make more. The fact that you can actually craft empty bottles is very important. This one can be open, please don't have an enemy in it. Yeah, you do not have an enemy inside. You do have handgun ammo though. And nothing else. Again, I don't want to shoot in case there are more lickers inside here. You know what? We do have one very tasty Molotov. Yeah, I think that's him dead. Good, and we know that there is a licker here. We know where one licker is. I think there's more than one, because usually they are in pairs. They just mean that there's way more lickers this time. But I think we can do this safely without... Please not be an enemy. No. Or makeshift knife. Get this, please. When he will come around, Molotov cocktail. Into scrap. Into empty bottle. Good. So into Molotov cocktails. And you're another piece of scrap. Which we can't really do much with. They just walk by. Let's just walk by. Just gonna sneakily go over here. Just read this and read this because this is the password. And it's 202070. Okay, there's the guy. You know what? I do want to tell you actually. I think you can go over. This guy should just burn to death. Okay. The fact that that didn't aggro a single, that didn't aggro another liquor is very good. Okay. That didn't aggro another liquor. That's very good. Imagine if one of these has a liquor inside and we still die. Okay. Blood bag 80, oh wow, that's huge. Empty bottle. Molotov cocktail. We do have another empty bottle so we can get more Molotov cocktails if needed. Empty bottle, nice, very, very nice. Right, and now let's go open the other one that has the thing in it. And we save the Molotov cocktail, by the way, if we, in case there are more liquors. And I know there's a guy in here. We should be able to just safely shoot him now without having to worry here. Get more blood. Which is enough for more empty bottles, but we don't need empty bottles right now. But that's 2 more slots. We would have heard liquors otherwise, by the way. So let's go back. And we're heading back because it's, what was it, 70? 20, 070. So is it left, or right, left, right, yeah. So 20, 070. And the safe is just over here. I'm not the sterilization chamber, the other thing, the monitor control room. I think we kept a healing item, I think. I mean, I hope we did. I mean, we can play through the rest of the thing and there's no problem. But yeah, that's the main problem, that if you don't hit the liquor correctly, the liquor will do so much damage to you and it's really, really hard to recover. So... Wait, was it? Yeah, 21st, okay. So 20... Oops, wrong. So 20... 0... and then 70. Oh man, full heal. Not an empty bottle, and we got the acid thing.
All right. I'm good.
That was actually super, super worth. That just literally saved us. That's pretty insane. Not gonna lie, because now we have... and we use this. Right, and let's store this, store this, store this, store this. Nice. So that's a lot of scraps. Use one increment, I think, yeah. Okay. Or save. I just wanted to throw down a save there just to have one and stuff there, because we are gonna, this is of course the, what is it, 80, yeah, 80, 50, 0. says you can kill them with the Molotov instead of having to craft the acid, because the acid uses more resources, right? Technically, Molotov is 60, bottle of acid is 80, which is quite significant, since you can shoot it to death. So 80, 50, and 0. Beep boop boop. We got more Molotovs, and we got another med injector. So we do have one full heal. We do have one full heal we can use. And I'm not picking up the handgun ammo though. I mean, I am. Just want to make sure we're fully clear everything, but yeah. I definitely would put more trophies into the game though, and I hope, I hope definitely one of the DLCs will be a mercenaries mode. Because in my opinion, not only will you be able to have Xeno in the mercenaries mode, obviously, right, the different costumes should be different, like loadouts, which is how it was in RE5 as well. That was not like a new thing. But in original RE4, of course, there were multiple costumes and stuff like that, but it's not only that, right, that you will have Leon and Grace in different costumes and stuff like that, being like different things, but also Xeno and stuff like that, and of course Gideon, they probably should have playable as well somehow and stuff like that, right? And then probably Chris and like every single member of the Lucky Wolf thing. And I'm definitely expecting us to find out like who the Wolf members are. Actually, because I'm definitely thinking that one of them are supposed to be Jill and stuff like that, because it seems very obvious that one of them is a girl and stuff like that, right? And they are very clearly making a big deal out of that person having a great ass. Yeah, because there's no reason why they need to. Like, if you check. Alright, they don't show up here. I can show you afterwards, that's yeah. So I feel a lot safer now. Stuff like that, but yeah. Because we have one acid now for emergencies and stuff like that, because yeah. Because in the upper part there will be more liquors. When we're up at this part there will be at least two liquors normally. But if you think about the amount of liquors we have killed here, if they're corpses, they do not. They actually reload now after a while. It's good, of course, because you're still this area alone here, right? Not like overall in all the areas, Did we open everything here? I think we opened every single box. That we could every single one of these containers that we can. Because that was still the default location on the hip pouch there. But yeah, but I wish that, for example, in RE3 remake, one thing they did good was that you could just buy the hip pouches and in the special content. And I'm definitely hoping that they're gonna add more here, because this just feels like it's very, very little so far. And in order to yes, then you would have to make more challenges so you could actually earn it. Or they're gonna make it so that you can earn points for that in mercenaries mode. So that because the whole thing is like, why does she only get access to handguns? Like, she clearly gets a magnum. It's just another point. Oh.
AI Control Center. Noah. Reboot failure. No response. Containment protocol.
Actually, let's not loot that yet. Let's just open it.
Inactive.
Let's not loot it yet. Let's actually check this first, because this is the map. And there's some med inject over here. Some ammo over here. Imagine if it's just in here somewhere, No. This feels like an odd place. Oh wait, what? This feels like it would be an odd place if it. No, there is a Mr. Raccoon here. Normally, and I've already shot that because you can see there That you show how obviously the locations for the Mr. Raccoons are. So climb this up. Make sure you loot the empty bottle there to get more Molotov cocktails. Vault over. And now the lickers won't be here. And why aren't the lickers here? Because we didn't trigger the thing. Which is a good deal, by the way. But you can see, for example, she can craft handgun ammo, she can craft the 12.7 by 55mm, which is a Russian type of ammunition, by the way. So yeah. Scrap. But it's actually very, very smart to do. The fact that the thing that triggers the lickers being here is another thing. But that must be Leon's section, then the thing that I was thinking about, because there's a power thing that you activate somewhere. There's another, or there's a bottle of acid actually, let's give it. So 2 bottles of acid would be enough to kill both of the things here. You know, you could be a good place for a raccoon somewhere here. You know, in case they put it on top of a box, but I feel like it would just stand out a lot if it's just on top of a box here somewhere. You know, so there's no way back inside there, no. I mean, there is still, but you have to... Just double checking. Just have to double check here. They're not gonna put it up in the roof, right? Like, I don't think that it could be up there. Because that would be rather nasty if they would do. You know? But I feel like since that other raccoon was so close, there's no way they're gonna put 2 raccoons next to each other. Almost, you know? That just feels like that's going to be very unlikely that they do. But I'm gonna need to take a dump soon. Today I finally opened the brown bag of Lavazza coffee, by the way. Because I had like the espresso salt before, like with the coffee beans. Stuff that, and that salt is like way more powerful. So let's grab this. Shibush Noblesse Orb. What's it called Noblesse after the Swedish candy? Like, do they know that that candy is delicious? Save number 4. Right, and yeah, we can use pause where the thing are because I don't care about my final time here. There. 1 dead from acid. There's another guy over there as well. So just get more stuff. And I'm just gonna pause and go and take the dump, and then we're gonna continue on so we can finish the game. Molotov. Acid, nice. That frees up space as well. And I think that's, well, it's not the last liquor, there will be slightly more liquors. 50 is not, that's enough for an empty bottle though. Do we need one? I don't think we need one, I think we have more inside the thing. But yeah, we did take his blood, right? Yeah, we did.